Okay, Russian collusion. Da 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 da. Dun dun dun. It's always just the thing that we keep hearing about, and it's very stressful for me to watch these sorts of things take place on X because it just makes me lose faith in politics, and it reminds me that people in politics are terrible human beings, and you should probably not have relationships with any of them if you can avoid it. People.
Not all people, but not all people are trash in politics. Not all people in politics are trash. Not all people in politics are trash. Not all people in politics are trash, but a plenitude are facts. Not all people in politics are trash, but a plenitude are. Not all people in politics are trash, but a plenitude are. Not all people in politics are trash, but a plenitude are facts.
It's always just the thing that we keep hearing about. Okay, Russian collusion. Da 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 da. Dun dun dun. It's always just the thing that we keep hearing about, and it's very stressful for me to watch these sorts of things take place on X because it just makes me lose faith in politics, and it reminds me that people in politics are terrible human beings, and you should probably not have relationships with any of them if you can avoid it. People, okay, so you're going to run for office? No, I'm running from office because there's just such bad people that are elected there. I don't know what happens, but everybody is just such a little snake. And there's no greater proof of this than so here let me give you quickly what happened. There's a company called Tenet Media, and they
Yes.
essentially just push videos that are from conservative leaning people.
Yes.
And the DOJ has come out and is alleging that it was Russia that was funding that media company, which was linked to right wing social media stars. That's the CNN headline. DOJ alleges that Russia funded the U.S. media company linked to right wing social media stars. So they're describing it as a multi-million dollar Russia-backed scheme to spread misinformation, okay, and sow political and cultural divisions ahead of the 2024 presidential election. And that it received millions of views. So that's it. They're trying to sow division because, like America, we're just all so unified that unless Russia spends money, like we're gonna no, we're like one big happy family. Like we love each other so much. So they got to spend money to make us hate each other clearly. And of course that word misinformation. And you realize that they realized that Tenet Media, which wasn't actually in the story who owned it, but it's Lauren Chen. Lauren Chen, I've had her on my previous show many times, and her husband as well, Liam Donovan. They're saying those are the two people. And by the
Who
way, they're not being sued.
who co-founded the who they are the people who co-founded Tenet Media. They are they are the co-founders of Tenet Media. They are the they are the co-founders of Tenet Media.
Many times, and her husband as well, Liam Donovan. They're saying those are the
Yes.
two people.
Yes.
And by the way, they're not being sued, okay, but they're saying that essentially they were the ones that hired the US content creators and who attract a large right-wing audience, and they've named who those people are. You got influencer Benny Johnson, you're familiar with him. Dave Rubin, you're familiar with him.
Yep.
Tim Pool,
Yep.
you're familiar with him.
Yep.
So all of these people
Yes,
were getting
yes,
paid
yes.
by Tenet Media. How much money? Well, they're saying to the tune of $10 million, their content. They were just creating content and they received $10 million that actually in the background came from Russia. So obviously Russia has hacked our election. Now, if
A lot of money. 10 milli is a lot of money. 10 milli, 10 milli, 10 milli, 10 milli, 10 milli is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. 10 milli is a lot of money. 10 milli is a lot of money.
So all of these people were getting paid by Tenet Media. How much money? Well, they're saying to the tune of $10 million, their content. They were just creating content and they received $10 million that actually in the background came from Russia. So obviously Russia has hacked our election. Now, if you aren't a theatrical brat on Twitter, immediately you kind of go, well, wait, these people, how do their opinions help Russia? Dave Rubin? He's like staunchly anti-Russia. Why would they be funneling money to Dave Rubin, who is staunchly anti-Russia, radically, I would say, pro-Zionist? That doesn't really make sense. Tim Pool, also pro-Israel, definitely not a supporter of Russia. That's weird. Okay, Benny Johnson? I don't ever recall Benny Johnson being a supporter of Russia. I mean, maybe he's made some comments about how the war in Ukraine needs to end. But you're telling me that of all of the American commentators to pick, this is the bunch that they wanted to use Lauren Chen to funnel money to? Where is your proof? How does this help Russia? What are we saying here? So, of course, because the internet's got an internet, and they say, well, Lauren Chen is the ringleader. She's the one who pulled in these people, and they're all denying it. They're saying, like, yeah, they offered us money to essentially just take the content that we were already creating and license it. So I do my show. They pay us so that they can just have content on their website.
TP said that in a video. TP said
Lauren Chen is the
that.
ringleader. She's the one who pulled in these
said
people, and they're all denying it. They're saying, like, yeah,
a
they offered
video.
us money to essentially just
TP
take the content that we
said
were already.
that in a video.
This bunch that they wanted to use Lauren Chen to funnel money to. Where is your proof? How does this help Russia? What are we saying here? So, of course, because the internet's got an internet, and they say, well, Lauren Chen is the ringleader. She's the one who pulled in these people, and they're all denying it. They're saying, like, yeah, they offered us money to essentially just take the content that we were already creating and license it. So I do my show. They pay us so that they can just have content on their website. Licensing deals are very typical, right? We're just going to license the content, but I'm not speaking in favor of Russia or any of the Russian agenda. I'm just doing my show as I normally do. So is Lauren Chen saying things that are pro-Russia? Well, no, they're saying that Lauren Chen, and this is just such dishonest interpretation of events that's ever happened. But like, well, Lauren Chen is encouraging people not to vote for Trump. There's not a single video of Lauren Chen telling people not to vote for Trump. There are various tweets of Lauren Chen, like a lot of other conservatives, critiquing Trump. Just to be clear, you are allowed to critique. And actually, in a rational world, you should critique both candidates. But we don't live in a rational world. We live in a very tribal world. So if you say one critique about Trump, then I guess it means that you don't want Trump to get elected. And what was her critique? Well, her critique was that marijuana was bad, okay, and that Trump shouldn't be jumping on board with marijuana policy. Her critique was that Trump shouldn't be in lockstep with reproductive rights. When you remember a couple of weeks ago, we covered that, or last week, where the entire pro-life community, by the way, none of these people sponsored by Russia, were up in arms about what Trump said, not only about IVF, but what he said about reproductive rights. His administration would be the best for reproductive rights. That caused a bit of a start across the pro-life community. So since Lauren Chen was also one of the people that critiqued Trump for those two things, that's all the proof we need. that she's obviously an agent of Russia and that she was doing this, even though she's not being charged, that she was doing this at the behest probably of Vladimir Putin.
This is the story of how Pipedrive can accelerate your business growth using real-time report.
Yeah, proof has to be shown. Real proof has to be shown. Real proof has to be shown. If Lauren did what she was accused of doing, she is a true bozo, a true scourge, a true prick, a true cancer, a true blight, a true devil. If what she was accused of is true, she is shady, sordid, and scrofulous. If the accusations are true, then she is indubitably scrofulous. Scrofulous. Yes. Hope she is not culpable or guilty of engaging in duplicitous behavior. Hope she's not truly guilty of engaging in duplicitous behavior. Hope she's not truly guilty of engaging in duplicitous behavior.
And conservatives have been on this. They've actually been on this, and it makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick because
forgot to say this. I've been a fan of hers for years. I've been a fan of Lauren's for years. She says a plenitude of things that I agree with, but if she did what she was accused of doing, she is truly shady, scrofulous, and sordid. She is sordid, scrofulous, and shady if she did what she was accused of doing. She is shady, scrofulous. She is shady, scrofulous, and sordid if she is guilty of doing what she was accused of doing. She is shady, scrofulous, and sordid if she did what she was accused of doing.
You know, she's not being charged. That you see her spin?
Papá, el fenómeno mundial que conquista corazones. Aquí me tiene precioso. Estamos verano tremendo con el 18 de septiembre a las 10.
Won't say she is scrofulous before knowing the truth. Okay? Innocent until proven guilty. 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 Innocent, innocent, innocent until proven guilty. Innocent, innocent until proven guilty.
Welcome to Book Club in the Neighborhood.
Wasn't everyone going to chapter the right area run for every budget?
The section on what? And conservatives have been on this. They've actually been on this, and it makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick because, first and foremost, anybody that knows Lauren Chen knows that she's a really decent, kind person. I'm talking in a personal capacity. I have no idea what's going on with this case, but to not even honor her with 24 hours to respond, like, who are we? Who actually are we? We're just.
Yeah, they banned her YouTube channel. 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 Yes, yes. But she has not been sentenced or anything like that. She has not been sentenced or anything like that. So to ban her quickly, is crazy. She has not been sentenced. Lauren 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 has not been sentenced. So to ban her quickly is crazy.
With 24 hours to respond, like, who are we? Who actually are we? We're just the left, right? You allowed the Biden administration to set the narrative that there's Russia collusion, and you want us to think that $9 million is what swayed the election because she critiqued Trump a couple of times about policies that, just to be clear, are not the most conservative things that we've ever heard. So you can be upset and you can say, oh, well, you know, we're a couple of weeks before an election, don't say anything bad about him. But to pretend that she's trying to not get him elected when she routinely mocks Kamala Harris, like 90% of the time, she's mocking Kamala Harris, mocking the fact that Kamala Harris is trying to switch up for black people. But we're looking for a reason to tie her to Russia. We are no better than the left. So the thing about the left is at least they are tribal and they will defend their own. Like at least like Hunter Biden can literally get caught smoking crack on a laptop and they're like, that's Russian disinformation. That's not him. Mm-mm. They're like, wait, that he's literally butt naked smoking crack. They're like, percent of the time, she's mocking Kamala Harris, mocking the fact that Kamala Harris is trying to switch up for black people. But we're looking for a reason to tie her to Russia. We are no better than the left. So the thing about the left is at least they are tribal and they will defend their own. Like at least like Hunter Biden can literally get caught smoking crack on a laptop and they're like, that's Russian disinformation. That's not him. Mm-mm. They're like, wait, that he's literally butt naked smoking crack. They're like, we'll keep this letter from intelligence agencies, not his black people. But we're looking for a reason to tie her to Russia. We are no better than the left. So the thing about the left is at least they are tribal and they will defend their own. Like at least like Hunter Biden can literally get caught smoking crack on a laptop and they're like, that's Russian disinformation. That's not him. Mm-mm. They're like, wait, that he's literally butt naked smoking crack. They're like,
brainwashed.
We'll keep this letter from intelligence agencies, not his butt, not his crack. you gotta respect him for it, right? The right, oh man, you gotta love it. It's like Game of Thrones. They love to see somebody fall. They absolutely love to see someone fall. Even if it's somebody who has objectively never done anything wrong to them. They're not even gonna wait. They're like guilty until proven innocent.
Crazy.
Goodbye, Lauren Chen. That's the reaction, and I just can't stand it. I think it's crap. Let her say something. Let her speak out. Don't know what the situation is whatsoever, but I do know for a fact that if you are an individual who is using your platform to comment about $9 million being spent somehow through a Canadian girl and Russia on a bunch of influencers who don't like Russia, if that's your critique, that this $9 million made the difference and clearly she was trying to help Trump not get elected by paying people that are pro-Trump, whatever, and you've been completely quiet about the fact that it was just announced that AIPAC spent $100 million on our election this year, I want you to know it's because you're a coward. Did you guys know that there once was a president, speaking of hypocrisy, there once was a president named JFK, well, like, 1963, he had a little bit of a brush up with what was it? A friend indeed. New evidence reveals the incredible aide Lyndon Johnson. The idea of foreign influence in our election, because everyone is such an honest, brave, 2024 election, but please let conservatives. Fast forward today, AIPAC has just surpassed $100 million of spending on the 2024 election, but please let conservatives tell you how they really feel about the idea of foreign influence in our election, because everyone is such an honest, brave, courageous individual, and they're really going after Lauren Chen because this matters. This really matters to them. They just want to make sure there's no influence, no foreign influence in our elections. It makes me sick. It really does. It is just one of these things where I, like I said, have just become, I don't even want to say like agnostic. I don't want to say that I've grown apathetic, but I'm just less interested in politics these days because of this. Just seeing this sort, it's all fake. It's all just fake and gay. Everyone's a performer. Everyone's hateful towards one another, and they love to see each other get crushed.
Nasty.
And nobody is ideologically consistent. No, it's just like get crushed, and nobody is ideologically consistent. It's just like everyone's a performer, everyone's hateful towards one another, and they love to see each other get crushed, and nobody is ideologically consistent. It's just like it's just a Game of Thrones, I guess, so to speak. All right, guys, now I am going.
Yeah. It's nuts. Yeah. Yeah. TP, he said he got duped. Rubin said he got duped too. Re, yo, real rap. I believe TP when he says he got duped. Real rap. I believe TP when he says he got duped. Rubin when he says he got duped. Yes. Bro. Hope they don't have to serve sentences for doing what they did, for spewing the pro-Russian rhetoric. After they took the money, hope they don't have, hope they won't serve sentences. Hope they won't serve sentences for doing what they did. Hope they won't serve sentences for doing what they did. The agents, the Russian agents, Kalashnikov and Elena, they suck. They are corrupt. 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 Crazy. Whack.